Hello guys, and welcome to another video. I don't know why I just did an intro as if like there's people that are returning. I wanted to do a whole different type of video, and I got a few notes prepared here because this is kind of crazy, and I don't know why people aren't talking about it more than they are. So to preface this, I myself am a college freshman. Not only that, I'm a 22-year-old male, so I'm an older freshman. You know, I've been around the block a little bit, you know. And I also let it be known pretty much almost 24/7 that I'm a Marine veteran. Oorah, Semper Fi, America. And the more you hear these things about me, the less you'd assume that I have a crippling addiction to technology, and more specifically, my cell phone. And boy, you would be wrong. I've been glued to my cellular devices since like 2012. Not long after receiving my first iPhone. I've had other phones before then, like flip phones and all, but none of them really compare to having a touchscreen display that's pretty. You can watch videos. And it was the iPhone 3G. This goes way back, man. This goes way back. Did I say 2012? It's 2012. Shitty phone for 2012. I never had social media, a Facebook or Twitter, and to be honest, it was a game changer, you know, and it really got me hooked and reeled in. I mean, it gave me the ability to jack off mobily, man. That is a game changer. As time went on, my addiction became way worse, like to my cell phone, of course, not porn, but that too. And another thing that really got me thinking about this after talking about it with some classmates is I always get the sense that my phone is going off in my pocket when it's not. And I had to start Googling because I was like, I can't be the only one that's dealing with this. And the internet calls it a phantom vibration. I've never heard that before, but I've experienced it since like 2014. And what got me thinking about this was my professor. One of them, who was a history professor, said that he does not tolerate cell phones in the classroom during his lectures. And he said, I don't care if you have a crippling cell phone addiction. And I was like, that's a weird thing to have. And then he went into more detail saying how he read an article where the average human checks his phone every 3 minutes. Do you know how often that? There's 60 minutes in an hour. And there's 24 of those. Every 3 minutes? I mean, of course not when you're sleeping, but that is insane, and it shocked me. I started looking into how often I check my phone, and it's absolutely terrifying, man. It averages from every 2 to 4 minutes, and I don't even know why. It's like my phone never stays blowing up. Like, my mom probably texts me more than anyone else, and even she gets bored of our conversations. What's even crazier is I started looking into this like little fact sheet online, and it says 40% of Americans is said to be addicted to their phones. 40%! That is almost half. That is crazy, man. And that's the population. That includes like children, babies, and everything. So if you really do the math, that's a lot of people. So I started looking at some crazy random facts that are also listed on this website, and some of them like make sense to me, and some of them are just like, okay, I don't know why it's listed. Like, for instance, 80% of 18 to 24-year-olds sleep with their phones right smack dang next to them. You know, like less than an arm's reach. And I do that, you know, but mine's also for a purpose. I don't live in the 1800s. I have, you know, all my alarms on my phone, so I just put my phone on Do Not Disturb and put it right next to me, so that way that alarm is hella loud right next to my ears. And I did that a lot in the Marines so that I would not be late to work, because I was only late to work once, and that was by 10 minutes. And don't worry, I made up for those 10 minutes. So now I'm like 30 minutes earlier to everything I go. And if you want to hear that story, just kind of put it in the comment section below, and I'll probably talk about it. I have a ton of those kind of stories. And the average person checks their phone 110 times a day, whereas the more addicted people check their phones as much as 900 times a day, bro. I can't even count that high. That is way too much. Like this one, 1 in 4 people will not put their phone on silent before going to bed, which boggles my mind, because as I said earlier, it would keep me up. Like, it would hinder my sleeping habits for real if Pornhub kept sending me email notifications about how Mia Khalifa is now back, or Riley Reid just got a new video star on Brazzers. Like, that would really hinder my sleeping habits, and I would not be able to go to sleep. And I'm gonna be honest, another one that I'm guilty of is it says 1 in 2 people say that they wake up in the middle of the night without any reason and they will check their phones, which I've been told is bad. I have bad sleeping habits, which I formed in the military. They gave me something called, they said I have idiopathic hypersomnia, which basically means they don't know why I am always sleepy, even if I sleep a lot or if I sleep less. Like I'm just tired. So that really sucks. And but yeah, it's that they check their phone for no reason, and like they even kind of counteract this with cell phones now because they know it's becoming a big habit. If you look, there's night mode, I believe it's called on the iPhones, and on the Android it's called blue light filter, and it basically filters out the blue light. And even now they're in PCs too. That's what the Twitter dark mode is that you see on everyone's cell phones. And basically what it does is it lowers the blue light that gets into your eyes. It keeps you up longer, and maybe in time we'll see that this isn't as big of a deal as they say it is. Apparently, if you go back into studies, where they were like, if you keep your face too close to the TV, you're gonna mess up your eyes. Which later we found out is not a big deal with modern TVs. That doesn't happen. And this one really got me. Seeing as I'm actually medically retired from the military. They're not that big yet. Phone addiction in general is considered a disability. This one really got me. I'm already ahead of the crowd on this one, but apparently, like, addiction to your cell phone can result in mental issues such as OCD and depression. So, take that, anxiety. Got you. One up. But this is crazy, man. That, like, this is a thing. So, like, for me, for instance, when I went to boot camp, it's 3 whole months without your cell phone. And back to what I said earlier about the phantom vibrations, that happened to just about everyone there. Everyone would, like, wake up. And I remember the first 2 nights there, I'd wake up, roll over, because it was, the drill instructors don't really with you past, like, an hour or 2 into your sleeping schedule. So hour 3 or 4, I'd wake up early and, like, roll over, thinking that my phone would be next to me. And then I realized, oh, wait, I'm in hell. We don't have cell phones. So I can't watch porn, and I can't text my bros. All 2 of them. But it's just crazy that we live in a society. Where, like, we're addicted and chained down to these little boxes. Like, it's crazy because I remember growing up without a cell phone. I remember back when I could go outside, build a ramp with, like, plywood and some cinder blocks and jump it with my bike, go to a skate park and all that stuff. Kids don't do that anymore. When I go to visit my little cousins, they know how to work an iPad at the age of, like, 5 and 6. When I was 5 or 6, I was playing. I wasn't even playing PlayStation or a Game Boy. I was out riding my freaking scooter, which apparently scooters are making a comeback too. But that's just insane to think about. That we've came that far in that little bit of time. Because I'm only 22 years old, and that blows my mind. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be sure to do more. Till next time, guys, have a good one.